Okay, so hello and welcome to this video on the Pentel Energel Metal Lite. So, I have been a fan of the Pentel Energels since a very long time, and I have a lot of pens from them. This being the standard Pentel Energel, the BLN 415. This is in the point 0.5 mm gel variant. I also use the point 0.7 mm one. But today I'm here to talk about a different pen, and that is the Pentel Energel Metal Lite. So, putting things straight, this is hands down as of now the most used pen by me since the past month or so, because I think this is the most ergonomic and the best pen that I have a good feel when I write with. This is the pen which I hold the best. It sits in my fingers really nice, and yeah, it uses the Pentel, proprietary ink. So that's that, and I have them in all the three color variants. So let's see the blue, the red, and the black variant. So here are the three variants of the Pentel Energel Metal Lite. These are available in only a select few Asian and Southeast Asian countries, and that's why this is something that's not available in like the US market. So yeah, I used to think that it's something that will be available worldwide, but it's not. So this costs about 150 rupees in India for a single unit, and if you have good days, you may find it in off of maybe a 10 or 15 rupees. So that's that. And yeah, these three are the ones which I bought recently, and this is one which I have been using since the past 3 or 4 months. And why I bought these many units is, first, because all of them have different colors, and second is that obviously because I like the pen a lot. It's obviously good to have a second unit of the pen which you really like. So yeah, talking of the pen, let's just give you some quick check. Here you go. This is the body of the pen. A quick hack that I used with this pen is that I don't use the Pentel Energel with it necessarily. I have to write a lot of stuff with ballpoint pens as well, because sometimes the gel ink, and that too the point 0.7 mm one, feels a bit too bold for my liking for the use case that I intend to use it for. So I used a ball pen refill for it, and basically any standard G2 style refill will work with it, because the Energel refill and the G2 refill are the pilot G2 refill. Basically they are called the G2 refill, right? So yeah, any G2 style refill will work with it. And but this is not the G2 style refill. This is the, I'll not tell you the name, you can guess it, but I'm pretty sure that you'll be able to guess it. So yeah, it obviously needs a few modifications, very small, very very small. So yeah, but does the job, and I get a ballpoint pen out of this very good body, right? I already like the Pentel Energel refills. There's no doubt about it, but I did not personally like the body of the thicker alloy pen, you know, because it was a bit too thick for my taste, and I could not hold it that properly. This just sits perfectly in the triangle that is formed when I pinch it with my fingers, right? So I can hold it as near to the tip as I want or as far from the tip as I want. So that is something really nice. Keeping this aside, let's bring back the three pens. Amongst all the pens and the pen colors, I think obviously black, you know, looks very classy. But if you have to like choose a color for being the best, I guess this takes home the trophy. The color on this is amazing, and can I show you the writing? Well, let me show you the writing from the gel part because it's same. It's blue ink for everyone, so don't really have a big pen copy or notebook. So let's write it with this. So, and this was a new pen, and it started without any friction to it. This is the Pentel Energel 0.7 mm, right? Pentel Energel metal light. So yeah, I guess you can see how it wrote. I can do some smudge test as well. You can see how much it smudges. So, and now I'll show you what I do with the ballpoint refill. So, body of the Pentel Energel metal light. So this is like a point 0.5 or a point 0.6 ballpoint nib, and that writes like that. You can clearly see the difference in the thickness of the strokes. So yeah, let me just give you a quick look at how each pen looks. This is how this one looks. An interesting thing that I found is that the red one came in the red background box as well, right? Red float box, and the black one with the Energel refill is like this. So yeah, these are how these look like. And if you want, I can give you a bit of a water test, let's say. So just sorry for the camera distortion. Let's and yeah, I think that's fairly water resistant, you know, given that it was written just a few seconds ago. So yeah, does the job. Obviously, the ballpoint won't go away, so I'm not even testing that. But yeah, a point was made. So the Pentel Energel Metal Light, if I have to compare the size of it with the Parker Jotter, here we go, the Parker Jotter. So you can see the size. It's a fairly long pen, not that long, basically the standard one, because Parker Jotters are notoriously small. If I hold it like this, it will fall out of my hands. but this will not, right? This has pretty long a stem. So yeah, one of my favorite pens because it takes in a lot of good refills as well. So the body is pretty awesome. One of the most best ergonomically designed pens. So yeah.